Well, hey folks, welcome to another Friday fishing forecast, and first and foremost I want to apologize. Last week I don't know what happened. I had the video done. It was talking about a lot of different things, and the video it only exported a certain amount onto YouTube, and then it stopped, and I tried it a couple of different times and I still can't figure out what happened. But that's video editing for you, and that's uploading to certain platforms. Sometimes there are issues, and if I don't get it done fast enough, I export it at the office and I leave the office and then it doesn't come up, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go all the way back to the office to find out what's going on. So anyway, it looks like this weekend is going to be an absolutely beautiful weekend compared to last weekend. Last weekend was very, very windy. So I know a lot of people that didn't fish, but during this week, the wind started to subside and a lot of people started getting out there and doing some fishing. And the bite, especially the hogfish bite, has been very, very good. I mean, very good. We have King of the Beach tournament this weekend on Saturday. So that's a big kingfish tournament. I've heard the kingfish are absolutely thick. I got to report that on a lot of the bigger ledges, there's a lot of gags and a lot of kingfish. Now, of course, gags are closed, but they're there and they're going to be a bycatch. Not much you can do about it. I got a report from Captain Brian Lambert with Fish Hawk Charters. He caught a bunch of hogfish yesterday with some real nice lane snapper in the 18-19 inch range, and those are really good lane snapper. The inshore bite, I've been seeing some pretty good results. I've been seeing some snook, redfish, trout, so a lot of things happening there, and that's a good sign. With this water temperature starting to cool down a little bit, and it's kind of stabilized a little bit during this last week or so because we've had temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. So I think the water temperature should be in the low 80s during the afternoons. So that's getting those fish pretty excited, and so the bite's been pretty good overall. I mean, for everything, for snapper. I know the sheep's head bite is really starting to pick up quite a bit. That's a popular fish. It's going to be very popular during this coming fall, late in the fall and into the winter. As I tell people all the time, though, the sheep's head are always there. People just don't fish for them. That's the thing, is they get it in their mind. Oh, sheep's head fish, or sheep's head time. It's the winter time. Let's go fish for sheep's head. But those fish are actually still there. Now, I'm not saying that there's as many during the early spring like there is in the summertime, but they're still there. You can fish for them. People just don't do it. Same with hogfish. People think that hogfish go go offshore, way offshore, but actually they like that shallower water, and they're there. Everybody's just going by them, going to catch red snapper and gag grouper and red grouper during those open seasons. So I think those fish get missed a lot, and I think there's a misconception about that. Let's go ahead and talk about the tides and schooners for this weekend and what we have in store. Okay, on Saturday we have a low tide at 5:54 a.m. at a 0.2 foot. Then we have a high tide at 12:29 p.m. at a 1.7 foot. Then we have another low tide at 5:15 p.m. at a 1.2 foot, and then another high tide at 11:14 p.m. at a 2.3 foot. On Sunday, we have a low tide at 6:32 a.m. at a 0.0 foot. Then we have a high tide at 1:16 p.m. at a 1.7 foot. Then we have a low tide at 5:31 p.m. at a 1.7 foot. And then we have another high tide at 11:30 p.m. at a 2.5 foot. As far as the salooners go, we have a major feeding time from 9:50 a.m. to 11:50 a.m. Then we have a minor feeding time from 4:06 p.m. to 5:06 p.m. Then on Sunday, we have a major feeding time from 10:36 a.m. to 12:36 p.m. Then we have another minor feeding time from 4:40 p.m. to 5:40 p.m. Now, as you can see on that minor feeding time, it coincides with that sunset, and I always talk about catching those minors or majors on the sunrise or the sunset, because it just has a tendency to really up that bite because that barometric pressure is going down. That is really going to be a good time to fish. We've got some decent water movement, so definitely if you can get that sunset bite, I would definitely look at that on Sunday. Tomorrow we actually are going out with a couple of new people. One of them is a gentleman by the name of David Johnson, and he has a product that him and I have been talking about here for the last month and a half. And it's something that I have mentioned that is new, that will be coming out, and it's everybody that I've shown so far, my close friends, have been in awestruck with it. It's an incredible product. It's going to help enhance your fishing, trust me, especially offshore. There's a lot of big things coming with it, and I'm just appreciative of David just coming to me and getting me involved with it, because I believe that it's going to be a big seller, and it's going to really help those people that are willing to go out and take the time to find new areas to go and fish offshore. It's definitely going to help. There's a lot of big plans with that. Again, I would just want to say thank you for all of the support. We really appreciate it. Yes, we're getting orders out. It's just taking a little bit longer than usual. Lead has been all over the place for us. We have the lead available. It's just been a little tough for us to actually get it. But we're going to have a surplus of lead coming soon. So we've got a lot of things happening with that. We've got our retailers that are stocked up. We've got some orders in-house right now from some of our retailers. So a lot going on. Like I said, we're going to fish tomorrow. We're primarily going to target hogfish and mangrove snapper and things like that. Looking forward to it, because this weekend's weather is going to be absolutely beautiful. And plus, just to remind you, on that Sunday afternoon or evening bite, there's actually going to be a front that's going to be coming in, and that should really enhance everything. So if you get a chance to fish then, definitely do it. Again, I just want to say thank you to everybody for all of the support. We really appreciate it. Fish more. Real quick, the live bait section of Tampa Bay Fishing Channel is coming along very quickly. We've done a lot of stuff to the office. We've done a lot of stuff in the warehouse, and we've got everything ready to move tanks in very shortly. And so be prepared. December 1st will be our grand opening, and we will let everybody know that we will be open. We'll be open from 5:30 to 5 p.m. Typically, unless it's really slow, then we'll close up a little early. But again, you'll be able to get ice, drinks, your snacks, your bait, tackle, all of that right here at our location. So remember that December 1st, that's coming up very quickly. Again, thank you so much. Fish more, catch more, and we'll see you on the flip side.